Hey, what's up? Mrparka here to do a review for MVD. This is an Elite Entertainment DVD. This film I've actually had my eye on for a very long time. I remember the VHS cover art from a child, and it is The Regenerated Man. This just got released on DVD a little bit ago, and this was originally made in 1994, which, in this kind of sci-fi, schlocky, offbeat, neurotic, zany horror movie really wasn't a popular time to be making at that time. I mean, the late 80s, early 90s had some strange films, but this is like right at that cutoff line where you're thinking this probably didn't get the recognition it deserved. Basically, we have a guy who's trying to create some kind of a growth, this regeneration elixir, I guess you would call it, elixir, and to help people and everything, and he's really working extra hard for it. He has his wife or his girlfriend helping him and another friend. And what happens is a couple of thugs one day bust into his lab looking for jewels and gold or whatever they're looking for, minerals, and they force him to drink this concoction they make right on the spot.
What you want to tell us?
Yeah. Fuck off.
Ooh, I'm afraid. Are you afraid? I'm really afraid.
Yeah. You take this fucking thing.
What are you doing? You know, you're right. We don't need these things anyway. You're gonna be around to identify us.
Shit, that was great.
What happens is every night, a la kind of like Werewolf or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, kind of getting forced to drink the elixir or getting burned, kind of reminded me of Dark Man as well. He turns into this hideous creature that stems from his childhood, where he goes after bullies or villains or goons, and he starts killing them in rather cool ways. The practical effects are pretty good in here. They're low budget, but they're really fun. They're really cool. The monster, of course, is cool. He's like a gooey little creature.
A song. I want you to sing me a song. And if I don't like it, they'll be squeegeeing your brains off that windshield. Sing!
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, boss. Well, what do you think? I don't like it. I don't like it either. Do it.
No, no, no,
Well,
no,
sucker.
no, no.
Sorry, boss. Come here.
Hey, I bet you got enough of those tapes to release a greatest hits album. Hey, remember, the next time the man comes around, you give him payment in full. If you see us again, I'm gonna remind my friend to load his gun. You know what I mean? Let's get out.
What the hell is that?
Hey, it's early for Halloween, asshole.
I'm getting out of here, man. Hey, what the fuck? What are you... I don't know what you are, but you're dead meat.
The guy who directed this actually was involved with The Deadly Spawn and Alien Factor, or no, Metamorphosis, which was kind of like a semi-sequel to Deadly Spawn. But anyways, it does show. These guys are definitely love their science fiction movies, and they definitely love the cheesy, fun stuff. And this film is exactly that. All three of the lead characters are likable people, which is a strange, usually Like, the guy who's usually turning into a monster becomes somewhat unlikable. He's a really likable character. He's actually pretty natural, and he has a couple good jokes. But the death scenes in this film are pretty decent. The creature ends up tending to kind of grow like extra fingers and shoot them out at people like a gun. They go through doors, they hit people. Those are pretty cool. That's pretty much most of the death scenes are involved him doing that. It's short, it's sweet. But yeah, it's just your typical kind of like not typical for the time, but it just definitely feels like a like a throwback to the 50s schlocky silliness, but made in the early 90s. So it's kind of got that really strange zany feel to it. It's really entertaining. It's really fun. There's a couple negatives, of course, in the low budget films. There always is. One would be definitely the NCGI. It's like the first time computer generated effects. Well, not the first time, but not even close to the first time, but a time when they started using them a little bit more, and it's so dated, it's disgustingly dated. I imagine it couldn't even look good back then, but hell, they tried to do something new. The movie also has a cool scene with stop motion in there, and the opening credits is also very cool. The DVD comes with commentary, which I listened to a bit, and it seems like it's very interesting. Instead of a lot of the commentaries I've heard, people just they kind of just talk about whatever. This guy seems like he's actually talking about the movie and the locations and things like that. I watched a good chunk of that, and I watched the behind the scenes, which is also interesting. And you can see how they made the film and some of the special effects and how they worked together on set. But the picture quality is pretty good. The film is also pretty good. If you love cheesy horror movies or 50s throwbacks or even movies made in the early 90s that are kind of just that strange feeling, something that's not just a crappy slasher movie that's ripping off Scream, then check out Regenerated Man. I would recommend it. I would give it a watch. I would even buy it. But thank you very much. Have a good one.
Tell me, do you have family? Of course. I have a wife and 2 kids. Or was that my father? That's right. I had the wife, and my mother had the kids.
Where is she now?
She married some fancy pants who thinks his shit don't stink just because he can come home every night without pissing on himself and puking on his cheeks. That bitch! What about you?
Oh, no, I never piss on myself. No, don't puke that much either.
No, I mean family.
What's in a car wreck? I walked away without a scratch. Within a week, I lost my job. Without insurance, in 6 months, I was out on the street. Everyone that I ever cared about is dead.
And I thought I had it bad, pissing on myself.
You pull away again, and there won't be enough left of you for an open casket funeral. Now, what's your name? I said, what's your name? Since we're gonna be such close friends.
Kelly!
Now, Kelly, you wouldn't want someone in your family to get woken up tonight to have to come down and identify your fucking body now, would you?
No,
Huh?
please don't hurt me. I am a kid.
Then we better hurry up so she can get back to our kid. Well, I hope we don't get any more resistance out of you. Because I'd hate to have to pay your little kid a visit.